What's up, guys? It's back in another RA shotcast, another day, another map. This time we're on the new ladder, so we got some new maps. Top left we have Biasao playing as Russia in his blue, and in the bottom right, I think this is the first time we've casted him, it's Tux playing as Germany in his pink. We are on Scorched Earth 2, which is the first time I've seen this map. It looks very similar to Scorched Earth 1, just this comm center got moved, lost an ore mine here, and got a new devil, so it's kind of almost like reminds me very much of Annihilate, the layout, especially with the oil derricks in the middle. Very interesting to have the comm centers there. I feel like they're actually pretty useful, but when would you gather them is the question. Obviously, you're going to go for oil derricks first. I feel like it could be a little swingy, because you can get 3 oil derricks to 1, which is kind of a big deal. We'll have to see. I have faith in Big Takes maps. They're pretty good. They are, like my maps, as Caution would say, they're very barren. There's not a whole lot of detail in the middle, but I kind of like that anyways. That just makes your armies allowed to move freely, and you can build bases freely. You don't have to worry about like these constant mountains and stuff getting in the way. And I mean, the more details you put on like this, the more choke you get, the worse they get. So looks like Tux is going ref first, or double war factory, double ref rather. There we go. 3rd time's the charm. Biasao also doing double ref. Not to be unexpected on this map. I mean, the 2 oil derricks and all the capsules, that double ref's probably gonna be the better build order here. War factory first, probably be a little hard just because of the way the order is set out, and then a war factory rush would be pretty unadvisable just because you have this. But that said, you know, with the meta today of people not really scouting, war factory rushes could be really good. Just an early APC, just crush all this MC, or just like a double APC, just to really crush them, and then you can deal with rocket soldiers too. That would absolutely keep your opponent down. I think ORA proved War Factory rushing and rattle is pretty good, but granted you do have a teammate there who can kind of sometimes cover your power plants from getting yours and stuff like that. Tuck's going to go ahead and see the hospital. It's not grabbed. Yeah, I don't think the hospital is going to get grabbed very much at all, unless you're trying to be very aggressive and you're hoping that your opponent's there. But at the same time, that's just such a gamble in the early game that one wrong engagement could put you seriously behind. Scott go down by Biasao there. That's fine. Got a nice 5-stack over here for the comm center, but his engineer is on the other one, grabbing the other one. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Nah, I'm kidding. Just in case Tux has something interesting to say for once. We never know. War factory out for both players. Looks like Tux is a little bit ahead. I'm not sure why Biasao is a little bit behind. Not terrible, about 10 seconds, but that is kind of significant. Coming out for like harvesters and getting your eco up and running. But Tux is gonna go ahead and he probably just should kill that oil derrick off. I don't think these oil derricks are the type that you can hold on to very long unless you win the early engagement steadily. But he's gonna have the Avenger support, so he should be totally able to see everything there. But Biasao is actually gonna have a really good engagement here since Tux's range is a little lagging behind. But this APC can come in and ride at a good time too. 1 rocket does go down, there's only 2 left. Good scatter command, but oh, the medic saves the rocket. That's actually huge. That medic doing lots of work there. Definitely got its value worth saving at least 1 rocket, a few rifles too. So Tux is gonna actually hold on to that oil derrick just for now, but it'll probably get killed later. Biasao's gonna go for it. I think he'll get it. I don't think the rockets can 2-burst it. Oh, but the medic once again absolutely out tanking the APC. So stellar use of the medic there. Yeah, that medic absolutely proven its value in the early game there. That's definitely the Alice advantage. I mean, a dog probably would not have changed that just because the vehicles were already out, but dogs are better for the early game, and you can snipe those lone engineers. They're also really good at sniping rockets if you can get that too. Sometimes you can just plant them here if your opponent's doing something like this and send those rockets out alone. But this is a little bit rare, it's a little harder to use. So dogs definitely have a lot shorter lifetime than medics do, and they are dogs, so you know, dog ears are a lot faster. I guess it's true in RA too. This is captured by Biasao, but it's going to be decapped by Tux as soon as he feels like it. There's 2 rifles over here, and they could totally get there. I think they actually might get blocked now. He's going to take a long way around, and that might actually work out. I think he needs to just target fire now. This move's going to take too long. That engineer's going to get away. It's going to be close. I think it's going to get away though. Oh, barely gets away. Tries to force fire. Does not work, unfortunate. Good try there. Yeah, Tux is definitely going to be talking. This is a very what's the word for it? Like, signature Tux move is a pillbox right by SD. I mean, it does stop your SD from getting capped at the mid game, but at the same time, it's just extra power and extra money spent that you don't really need. But you know, he does have the expansion now, so you can start pumping out those pillboxes freely. Biasao, on the other hand, does not have his expansion out, so definitely a little bit behind there. He went tank first. That's totally fine. One order going to go down for Tux, so that eco advantage he had is going to be gone. Let's see how much it actually pays off. He's only about 700 ahead in income, about 10k ahead, 9k, so definitely worth it to have that extra roll there. It can definitely gonna help him in the long run, but not significant, although Biasao is kind of broke, but he does have his suspension out. Okay, instantly move down and get rid of another one. I like that. I don't think I would like to go this way on this map. I think I'd rather split it in an L, just take like this. This is a lot of fronts to cover, where this one you're covering here. You can leave like a few scouts here and you got the oil derrick, and then this is kind of your opponent's side, so that's going to be a lot of fighting. So it's definitely an interesting divergence in how players want to split this map. Tux is doing it kind of how I would like to, whereas Biasao is just moving straight down. Granted, he did just do a harvester and move straight away, or a refinery and move straight away, so it's a little bit easier that rather than trying to move your main out. Tux has got really good pillbox here. I like that. These scouts looking for an engineer. Not gonna find one. Not sure how that rifle actually got around, but it did. Biasao still has that comm center over here, and Tux has this comm center over here. So these comm centers are actually totally useless for Biasao since he expanded this way. I guess that's another reason to expand the other way. Tux has like a little bit more notice if he does try to get a flank here, and it will stop down that flank, but we'll have to see if Tux ends up spending there or not. It's scouting with the Ranger by Tux. Very large death ball army right here. Biasao's got kind of his split up. He's got reinforcements down here, and it looks like he's gonna death ball too. Tux has the tank advantage, so that could make all the difference. 3 heavy tanks is, and 4th one coming along is not enough to deal with, I think, 6, 7 medium tanks. It's just there's too much armor there, and the crushing factor could be huge. But looks like no army is gonna find each other for the time being. Tux is sitting here in a good position, although his tanks are way in the back, so if Biasao was aware, even with his less tank numbers, and he had this, I wouldn't attack with just this, but if he just attacked right here in this angle like this, by the time these tanks get into position, half this infantry is going to be dead, and that could totally swing the battle. Definitely have to be careful of your tank placement when you're just prepping randomly like this. A good player will have a scout like a ranger, or just flak, or just run a rifle in or something and see, and you'll be able to clean sweep that army rather easily. Tux up to the Boar Factory. That's also something I would say that Tux does a lot. He's not a very tech-heavy player at all. I do like his scouting here with the Ranger, though. He's definitely keeping an eye on the other side of the map. Also like this scouting, too. So he's going to be able to reveal that army. Biasao's going to get away pretty cleanly. One little tank shell going off there. Yeah, Tux needs to be careful, though. I mean, he's got the armor advantage, but he gets lured into a base with base defenses, and that'll quickly disappear. Biasao's going to rally everything back, as he should, because he knows that Tux is deathballing, or at least he should know that Tux is deathballing now. And it looks like Tux is going to split this, so this comm center is not going to have any more valuable intel for a long time. I mean, maybe, I guess it still cuts off the flanks, but that's about it. Biasao, on the other hand, going to push here. I kind of like this. After you've secured here, you can just push here. You can easily threaten that. It kind of cuts off this, and if your opponent wants to send a launch flank around here, sure. I mean, they might get something, but then that army is pretty much forfeit as long as you can run it down. Seems like a lot of just passively scouting right here. This is reminding me of the TT cast from 5 Aces, where neither player wants to attack and they just set a line across the middle. This map totally has the flanks to be flanky and tank flanks and stuff like that, but neither player wants to do that. Tux is tier 2 and he's building artillery out of 2 Warfect. That's actually really good. Biasao's also tier 2, building out his own V2s a little bit later on his expansion, but I mean, he's got the cash, he's totally fine. I mean, Tux is expanded a little early, but as you see, he hasn't claimed this one, so they're really going to be pretty much even if he gets this MCV all the way across. Big sight. Biasao worried about a flank over here, sending a few rifles. Oh, that testicle is going to get good shot off. Yeah, he's going to need some yaks to deal with his artillery. Medium tank just out of range. See if this V2 can get a good shot. I don't think he's totally aware of what's there. So this could be pretty bad if his tanks are kind of scattered. Tuxes are in a little bit better position. He's got the Blackhawk vision support now. But this could be a very good angle of attack if he goes in. I'll have the yak, so we'll be able to see nice and clearly. Oh, that's him slide just out of range of the Blackhawk. That's unfortunate. Not bad, just accidental V2 shots there. As long as those artillery are focused on the SAM, that's perfect. Both players have a MCV within radius. Yeah, he's building a Tesla coil, which would be great. Just put it right here. His artillery are going to be forced to retreat. That yak should probably go back and repair. Perfect, just like I said. He's going to push some rockets up there, trying to snipe the infantry, but that's artillery. Going to get some free shots. And there is no survivors. This would be really good if Biasao was Ukraine. Tier 3 and a double push right here would just be absolutely brutal. I know Tux is vulnerable to those. I really like this concave setup from Biasao. The problem is this cliff is actually going to be a huge factor. The longer he sits here and lets Tux just shell away at stuff, the better off he's going to be. Going to lose one flak there, but Tux has terrible high-end micro. Oh my god. That was embarrassing. Did not need to miss that V2 and instantly loses the Blackhawk for it. V2 is just going to chip away at a medium tank, why not? If that's the only thing that's in range, it's the only thing that's in range. I do like that Biasao is setting up just a small flank over here, and Tux does have a little bit with the pillbox, but oh, here we go. Decent V2 shots. Tux is going to decide to go in. I think this is one of Tux's main problems. Oh, the V2 shots are so good. The concave is so good from Biasao, just absolutely wrecking Tux's army right here. See how good these V2 shots. Oh, money. The yak goes down. Doesn't get any good crashes. Army's gonna thin down. I think Tux is barely gonna win this just because he had more. But yeah, Biasao trading up just a little bit better there. 4K over 3K. Oh, I do like this. He found a nice little flank here. Pushed off the harvesters. Needs to be aware and kill the refiner and then get away. Yeah, you gotta kill the yak. It's gonna get the refinery, that's good. It might actually get a few tanks here since Tux is pulling up a little far ahead. But he's gonna run down that army. Honestly, I think Biasao should just stay and fight. Yeah, it's 4 tanks, but there's not any rockets there. So, unfortunate, he's just trying to retreat though. But he's gonna get most of it away actually. Oh, another huge shot there, gets all the medics. Biasao just absolutely great V2 shots here. Tux's artillery are stuck on attack move on hidden structures. Yeah, Tux's army is pretty much gone. I mean, he's got a lot of reserve, but here comes the difference maker Tanya. Although I heard Tesla. Yeah, he's got Shockies coming out. I like there's a Raider Jammer too, so very unfamiliar game with Tex playing tier 3, but kind of naturally happens when this game becomes a stalled fest in the middle. I see out very exposed position, and of course he's low power. Just needs to fix that. IC will be pretty big here. You should definitely switch to Tesla tanks. Especially if they start going Raider Jammers on artillery and Tanya, then Tesla tanks are an easy answer for that. Looks like this flank over here gonna maybe get a harvester. Tux is not on top of it. Harvester goes down. Saves the other harvester, that's good. So it should probably pull away. This army once again gonna try to run that down, but once again there's no rockets here, and there's plenty of rockets there just to trade out fairly well if he really wants to. But this seems to be where all the armies are focused. Although Biasao has 0 army right now. What the hell happened? He's got 20,000 army value, but where is it? I guess it's right here. And there. He's very split up, where Tux is all right there. See, this is what I'm saying. These infantry are going to shoot on a tank for a while. 2 tanks already gone down. There goes the 3rd. Probably going to lose a 4th too. 4th one barely lives. So that was what? 4 rockets and a couple of rifles and a heavy tank. And he lost 3 medium tanks for that. So hard to say if it's worth it or not. Harvester barely going to get away there. Needs to He's just gonna try to run down with the heavy tank. I like this small tank flank here too, but he's got these ones kind of exposing it. Meanwhile, Tux has been purely defensive this game, which I did not expect. He's a little bit more of an aggressive player, but maybe he's just trying something out. Vet 2v2 over there. I like to see that. IC is ready, but Biasao really does not have a whole lot of tanks. That Raider Jammer finally saving that. Paratrooper drop going dead right there. These tanks gonna find a very interesting spot right there. This tank a little too far ahead for these rockets, but it's fine. The more that Tux has to respawn to that and pulls, a little better chance he pulls too much. And Biasao can eventually push in. The Yak Flak is up, but there is an AA gun there. He's gonna have to go somewhere else. This would be a great target. The rest of the tank flank flies and shows up. We're gonna get 2 harvesters. Nope, just the one. Tux smolls it away, but these harvesters are also in trouble. V2 getting more good shots, and he is transitioning to Shockeys, but no tested tanks. I mean, Shockeys are fine, but Tanya does deal with Shockeys a little better, but not if she's dead. So this would be a great time to attack. He does have the IC ready, and I just see that there's a nuke coming out for Biasao too, so let's see if he chooses to attack here or not. Tested tanks, which are so good for the speed though, can crush, kill Tanya, snipe the artillery. He does have the spy plane, so he's gonna see perfectly. Oh no, he chose there. That's interesting. Tux GPS goes up though, so he's gonna have great vision, know exactly where everything is. Unfortunate that the V2 did not die. I think Tux got scared and pulled away, but totally could have killed it. Got his own flank up here, but the Axe should be able to deal with that. Another tank flank back there. So just pushing over here. That got cleaned up. Just a medium tank left. Yeah, another harvester going down. Tux's eco's, I mean, it's still fine, but it's not as good as it could be. Ooh, Vet 3, I think. Nope, he has a Vet 2 and a Vet 3 now. Still has not used the IC. The nuke is down, so we are on an 8:30 timer. Tux has Kronos here, which you don't see all too often, except for Speak of the Devil. There it is. Oh no, that's a terrible LIC. I mean, if he had used it at the very beginning, sure, but he's already on the tree. That tank's almost dead. Tux just pulls the complete army away. Fortunately, it doesn't lose too much there, and Tux didn't lose too much there, so it's kind of a wash on the IC. Longbows are coming out too. Longbows are great. Tanya's back on the field. It's like all the fighting's going to be over here, and a little bit of flanks. Tux should be using that major tank up there, but probably a little bit too busy focused right here. Check the econ graph. Actually, Tux is earning more. I wonder if the eco raid's just more effective. I think he is down an ore patch right now. Ooh, Longbows should be able to get that harvester. There you go. Biasao gonna do some base pushing here. Got a huge Yak Flak that he could totally be using. I mean, is he aware of? No, he's not aware of that. But I mean, sniping a Conyard there would be absolutely great. Looks like he's actually gonna find it. Yeah, that's a dead Conyard. No chance. Push down there is dead. Oh, does he have enough? I don't think he does. Oh, just unfortunate. If he kills that Wrath, that'd be really good. This tank flank back here doing absolutely God's work. They've killed at least a few harvesters. Tux is going to go in, and he's going to get the infantry just because the tank's in a bad position. It's unfortunate. See if Biasao's paying attention or not. No. Unfortunately, tank's probably going to go down just to rifle fire, but he gets away. The wall of Teslas over here just absolutely shutting off. That's a lot of Shockeys too. There he goes. The Axe finished that refinery up there. That's really going to hurt Tux's eco. This attack down here did not do much. But Biasao is just slowly taking control of this game. Tux is being super passive and just kind of playing SimCity here in the middle. He hasn't really attacked in a long time. It's just been Biasao with just little flanks over here. Little tank flanks that have been doing good work. Which, I mean, Tux, I think, absolutely was ahead in this game. Should have won this if he had attacked early on, but sometimes you just get a little scared, and that's how it is. Tux has a third MCV. Nope, it's just a second MCV. Gonna base push right into Tesla's. Ooh, barely gets away there. Although if Biasao's paying attention, that is easy pickings for a Yak. Needs to switch to Mammoth Tanks or Flak Tracks just to deal with these Blackhawks. There's some Longbows out on the field too that would be pretty helpful. Chronosphere getting used again, picked off 3 tanks. Please don't use the IC on it this time. I think that's a wiser decision. And yeah, there's not a whole lot Tux can do with this. It's pulling on about the right amount of army, I'd say, but I mean, you also could totally turn around and face and kill that army, I think. He actually might do it accidentally. I'm just gonna run the army away, totally fine. The Yak Flak is getting to Creo levels. Great V2 shot. It's gotta be so close to the elite. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. Loses 3 Yaks, but absolutely worth it. This army gonna run into some pillboxes. Tank finally gets in front. And Biasao's got a sneaky MCV up there in the corner too, but Tux is slowly base pushing with the artillery here. Mammoths are out. V3, V2 is up to that, just say 3. Some good shots there if it gets into range. Artillery are just out of range right now. The comm center finally goes down. The attack got cleaned up. Tux has got a second MCV right there, but it's in trouble, so he has nothing, and this army can totally come in and steal it. Oh, V2 shot barely does not get the artillery. That's unfortunate. The splash is just small enough they can't. That's an interesting IC. There's armies very far away. I mean, there's only one A gun there. If he kills that, then the Yaks can come in. Looks like V2s are stuck on that fog, though. Oh no, he's gonna lose both of them. No elite V2 again. It's so sad. One of these days we'll see it. Shockey's gonna do their thing there, outrange there. I like how he's just camping the field. He should probably move up just a little closer. Totally camp that field from Tux. For this army, once again, just up and down, up and down, up and down. Tux is, I mean, kind of aware of it since he has a pillbox here and a rear command, and he should know that the army's around, but he's been using GPS. Unfortunately, spectators don't hear when GPS goes off, so I kind of miss it. But he should definitely be aware of there's a flank coming. I mean, Biasao's been doing it constantly. Okay, it's like he's going to come down here and set up for a nice little push here. I mean, Tux does have a lot, but not enough to deal with that, I don't think. I do like the use of the mechanics, keeping things nice and healthy. Late game like this, like rockets, medics, the mechanics, and is a really good combination. Goodbye, expansion war factory. Goodbye, expansion ref. Same time, another attack going over here. Oh, good chronosphere. That killed all of the rockets. We're gonna get a mammoth tank too. And gone. Yeah, that was not a bad defense at all. But unfortunately, he's losing all of his harvesters back here. Lost 3 medium tanks, and he has the mechanics there if they wanted to recover them, which he absolutely should. Gonna lose a war factory, but he's got a second one. But yeah, he should be responding to this. I mean, there's no reason to lose a war factory to 5 Shockeys and a heavy tank, especially when you have army over here. But let's check out these Yak Flak. It is 16. That is definitely career numbers. That is legendary status. You get a badge of honor there. Biasao has 16 Yaks, is quite a lot in the game. 15 going down. Shockey's gonna sit in the wings for a while. Biasao's just gonna move his MCV back, and the Yak Flak is on another patrol. Tux just doesn't have much left. He's kind of been AFK, I feel like. He could have attacked at any time, and I don't think he has. Maybe he's practicing being defensive and playing passive, which is something you should absolutely do, or maybe it's 6 AM his time when this game was played and he's just tired. Another possibility. Or maybe he's just been chatting with somebody the entire time. You never know with Tux. Nuke is about ready. It is 1 minute away, so we're definitely going to see Nuke. Right here would be absolutely brutal. I mean, he should know the text there. Yeah, he sees the tech on Chronosphere. That's perfect. I mean, probably right here is where I do it. That should get the tech, Chronosphere. You won't get the War Factory or the power plant, but you'll damage them pretty close, and then you can come in with your Yaks and kill everything. Paratroopers, fortunately, going to go to the deaths. Oh no, they get away, just out of vision. Actually, might get a Harvester now, that'd be really funny. But Biasao is doing the smart thing. He's expanding up top, taking away Tux's stuff. Not sure what that Mammoth tank was doing. A little far forward. Looks like the GPS is up for Tux right now since he was able to do that crush, but that's not a bad Chronosphere or Iron IC this time. Just kill the tanks and force Tux away. One tank coming back to the Chronosphere just to die. And the nuke is ready. Are we gonna see it? Let me see it. I want to see a nuke. I want the nuke. Might be scouting a little bit with the Yaks, but there we go. About where I said it should be. A little bit north, but not a big deal at all. Tux is going to lose that entire army because he's not moving. Oh, he decides to finally move. About half it's probably going to get away, but it's still going to be a devastating nuke. I wouldn't be surprised if the game ends right after this. Boom. Gets Tanya. Here comes the axe. And there's GG. And that was money. Like, that was perfectly everything I wanted to see with the nuke, and then just the axe coming in, just absolutely brutal and savage, and I loved it, and I'm just so happy that it finally happened, that I got to see a nuke, and it didn't get, like, it wasn't a terrible nuke, it was a good nuke. So yeah, I feel satisfied. I need a cigarette after that. That was a good ending to a passive game from Tux. So well played by Biasao there, actually attacking where Tux just kind of deathballed in the middle and didn't do much of anything after that, but this was a joy to watch. So that's it. I'll see y'all next time.